Hello, 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 everybody. All right, just getting going here. Started this up. As you can see, it's raining on my ride today. We actually did have quite a bit of rain the other day, but doing okay right now. A little bit chilly here in North Texas. Well, chilly for North Texas anyway. Not so much chilly for a lot of other places. Yeah, it's 48 degrees here right now, and I am just getting ready to pick up my ride, but I'm going to share this on Facebook because I'm sure nobody is watching right now. All right. We'll get this going here shortly. So, doing Zwift again, and this is the figure 8 in reverse. So it's 18 miles. It definitely is going to be a long ride. I'm going to be doing it, a little over 3 times. But should be good. Should be good. I just trying to get this up and running. So I still haven't figured out the whole YouTube piece yet. I'm trying to figure out the best way to share it. I guess I should schedule these. Now I did have an issue this morning where I was trying to get the ride going. But I'm going to pedal and start off here. Had an update, had to restart the computer, had to get things going. I guess that's the unjoyous part of the rides, right? You gotta have technical issues. Less flats currently than most. Now, when you're riding virtually, there's less nills and thorns to ride over. So, all right, almost there. I'm over here on YouTube trying to figure out what's the best way to get a link to my current stream. And get that posted over to Facebook. So, all right. I may have to stop and restart this stream. For wide scale. So you definitely have a challenge when you don't do this very often. So last time I did it, oh, here we go. I went to my channel, had to pull up, and yep, there we go. Now I see my stream. Now I'm hearing myself through the screen. I'm sure there's a better, easier way to do this, but I haven't done it enough to figure it out. I'll just have to schedule it next time. That way I should have a link beforehand that I can share. All right. Not going very fast. Got to start off slow. Let let my legs warm up. Okay, let's see here. Typing and pedaling. A skill I never knew I needed. All right. Okay, and we are back. So I should have everything done, and I can focus on my ride. So today, 60 miles, or what we call a metric century. So the 60 miles is roughly the a little bit over 60 is 100 kilometers. So we call it a metric century. Well, that is my goal today, is to get that in. And if I'm doing 11 miles an hour, that's 6 hours. So definitely need to keep the pace up. Now this doesn't have a whole lot of climbing in it, so we should be fairly good on that point. The thought is to get trained into those miles, and then start putting some additional elevation in it. So I definitely will need to work towards building a route that I'm going to be doing on the 10th of June. And then, because what I want to do is I want to try to mirror what everybody else is going to be doing in Utah. So 140 miles is no joke, and then you add in the elevation. If it's flat, that's one thing, but we're going to be I'm not going to take it easy, right? The people I'm riding for during the cancer ride, they're going through a battle that I can't even imagine. So I want to make sure that I don't cheapen it by wimping out. I'm banging something, which is new. Didn't bang. My bike, it rocks a little bit. Keeps it pretty still in this, but knocking against what's holding my laptop up. So, see if I can fix that real quick. Woo. Alright, that should be good. So, the one thing with riding 60 miles or any good amount of distance is keeping up the energy, which is going to be challenging, because went and got some blood work done, and the doctor's like, your LDLs are a little bit higher than what we'd like to see. Turn on a fan here. It's getting nice and warm. Anyway, so started a new diet, intermittent fasting, and we'll see how that goes. Been okay so far, but I can imagine this will be a new challenge, right? Eating while riding needs to happen no matter what. But previously, I would be eating a bunch of pasta and whatnot the day before. And yeah, I did not do a bunch of pasta. So, but I do have some calories next to me. Granola bars, some gummies. And it'll be important that with those gummies that I drink lots of water, because I don't feel like they digest super well. So making sure that I have enough fluids to help that will be important. So, and I'm not going to push it, right? Because 60 miles is a very long way. And right now I'm at 2.8. That is not a whole lot of miles. What, almost 5%? So I guess the question is I need to do an equation. I used to know this off the top of my head. How many kilometers in 60 miles? Trying to look it up on my phone, and it doesn't want to log me in with my finger. My fingerprint, I should say. So, all right. How many kilometers? Nope. How many miles? Oh my goodness. How many miles in 100 kilometers? There we go. So 62.1371. 62 sounds right. Oh, big hill. Who put this big hill here? That's one of the joys of a trainer, is that it translates big hills. So if you look at the top right hand corner, we're doing 8%, 9%, 10%, and I'm switching to an easier gear. Okay, pretty sure it starts leveling off here. 11 is not my favorite number when going uphill. Anything after 3, my body is still saying, yeah, I don't like that. You need to climb less hills. All right, almost to the top of the hill. It is pretty amazing, the virtual rides, how they, they've done a good job of, oh yeah, I can tell I'm going uphill, both physically and looking at it. It looks uphill. So, we should get some rollers here, I believe. All right. Yeah, -4 sounds much better, but so what is a roller? Roller is rolling hills. right? So you get a descent followed by an ascent. And it just kind of repeats itself as we go through. And I'm not super thirsty, but to stay in front of the game, do some water there. All right. One % incline I can do. Switch to harder gear. Get on the top of this hill. And we can see there's a drop off coming up. Roller. Whew. Nice, consistent ride. That's what we need. All right. We're at almost 4 miles of the 62.1371. So we'll keep this going. Oh, well, that's not ideal. Looks like my so I have this connected to a TV. It looks like the plug came undone. There we go. So from your side, it looked like I just froze up. From my side, the TV went blank. And so the computer did all sorts of switching things back and forth. Probably need to adjust my cabling to not interact with the bike as much. All right. There we go. All right, we're back at a negative ascend. We made it to a descend. So I have a tendency to push hard all the time, including on the descents, which is good and bad, right? Good, because I'm keeping my consistency up. Not so good, because I still have around 58 miles to go. One pedal at a time, one pedal at a time. Now I was supposed to do a group ride, but with the upgrading of the program, it took me 15 minutes just to get this program, Zwift, up and running. So I'm 403rd out of 585. As we get closer to June, I will work to get that number a lot better. But again, I'm doing this loop 3 times, so who knows? Next time around, I might feel a whole lot better. But right now, it's just consistency. So I've heard 140 miles, which I'm planning to do for the Huntsman 140. See the link in the doobly-doo. Anyway, the plan is to do the Huntsman 140, hence the 140 miles on June 10th. And what is this ride I'm going to be doing? So it's for the Huntsman Cancer Institute. They are a cancer research corporation that's located at the University of Utah, up in their medical center. And they're doing some amazing things with the cancer research, which leads to why 140 miles. Now I'm going to have to give the details because I'm so bad with names and whatnot. But a gentleman who was not doing very well with cancer lived in Reno, Nevada. And if the story is correct from what I remember and what I was told, was he got to stage 4 cancer, which means not a good survival rate. But he had it on his bucket list. I'm going to ride from Reno to Salt Lake to the Cancer Institute. And so he did it, but he ended up beating the cancer, and he kept doing it year after year. So imagine going from Reno to Salt Lake City, not a short ride in a car. Well, not a pretty tough on a bike, right? So you have multiple legs, or in this case, the days that they rode on. And the last day is 140 miles. So it's definitely challenging in its own, let alone going all the way from Reno. Either way, from that, people started joining him. And I don't know exactly when and whatnot. Something I'll have to do research on. But I knew people that rode from Reno with him the times that I was just doing the 140. So they take a week and go across. And some of those times they were just fine. Other times it was not as fun. If you've ever been on that, what is it, I-70, I believe? That goes over to Reno. Anyway, very long, can be very hot, especially in June. But they would do that, and had the privilege to do the last leg, the 140, a couple of times. Whew. I do got sweat dripping down my back, but I got the fan on, so that is helping a ton. And I'm doing a little bit more wattage than I would like. It's kind of like, that's where my body feels good right now, so. Though I do know in this, so explaining Zwift, how do you know you're putting out more wattage? So we'll just walk through it real quick. If we go to the top left-hand corner, we have the measurements of what I'm doing and how it's being calculated. But you can see 180, well, you can see it switching, 180, 190 watts. It really probably should be around 170 to 180 for this long of a ride. But below that, so that's the white numbers, right? Below that is our revolutions per minute, or RPM. That's my cadence, my pedaling consistency, right? And going up an incline, it definitely goes down. That's why I'll switch into an easier gear. Try to keep my cadence at the same rate. I usually try to do it 80 to 90, but today I'm just mid-70s usually. Anyway, next one is my heart rate, and it wouldn't be as high if I wasn't talking. But what's the point in streaming? You don't just want to see me bob my head around. So 160 for me is pretty good. And I don't like seeing it 170, and 180 is when I'm pushing myself too hard. So high 150s I'm okay with. Over time, as I drop some weight and get back into better cycling condition, I'm hoping that will even go further down, and I'll get my resting heart rate down and everything. So we'll just keep on pedaling. So that little blue thing just right of that turquoise blue, those are kind of bonuses because Zwift is a game. So, and in the game you can actually get better bikes and whatever. I do have the pretty basic bike because while it's a game, I'm not here to win. I'm here to train. So I don't need an easier ride because I have a different frame and whatnot. I just want to consistent and push myself. So but those are bonuses. So that one's like aerodynamic bonus. Makes you more aerodynamic. Kind of like if you're riding behind someone, it's called drafting. Same as like NASCAR, right? You have the lead car, and then you have all the cars behind it drafting off of him, if they're close anyway. And so you'll see a draft notification where it says, get closer. Yeah, so you close the gap. And if I match the speed of the person in front of me, pedaling actually gets easier. So that bonus up there is just to give that without someone in front of me. People will use those for like time trials and stuff. I think I've used mine like 3 times in all the years that I've been doing this. All right, 8 miles. We are getting there. All right, so the middle one, this is kind of our progress bar, right? So starting the top row, we have our miles per hour, and that's calculated through the ascent, descent, wattage I'm putting out, how much I put in, how much I weigh, all that fun stuff. So I probably need to change mine. I did lose a few pounds. Hooray! Next is miles. All right, so I've done 8.2 miles, which means 54 to go. So a little less than 54. Got to count every 0.1 that you can get. Next is how much you've climbed, elevation. Tongue and brain do not want to work together. It's a weekend. It gets a pass. So I want to say that these 18 miles have about, I think they said 800 feet. So I've climbed about half, and I've gone just over a third. So we got another 400, probably 400 plus feet to do. And we can see we're going up some hills right now. So, not big hills, we're at 1% incline. And we'll get to, where's the 1%? You might see it already in the top right-hand corner of the map. That orange bar, oh, and then we have time, right? That's the time that I've been riding. If I come to a stop, so does my clock. And I will probably make a pit stop around mile 30 or so. I may go to the 2 laps, right? So 18 miles, so 36, 37 miles, probably take a pit stop. the orange below that. So we have a bar and then we have an 18. That's kind of the game portion. That's my level and how close I am to the next level. So, which I haven't ever looked it up because not that important to me. But you see the straight across from the 18, we have that 1.9 million number. That is my experience, I guess you'd call it. I think that's a sweat droplet if you get in really close. Oh yep, and here comes some inclines. So I'll be shifting into an easier gear here soon. Yeah, 4 or 5%, doing okay. And this is where I kind of look at what are my RPMs, you know, because I'm down to under 70, which I like to be over 70 for sure. Ideally, 80%. Looks like we got rollers through here. One day I'll have these maps memorized, but not today. All right, again, you're just joining rollers. We got a incline and then a decline to another incline. So I might have spoke too soon. That might have just been a hill. I would not call that a roller. The inclines and declines tend to be more inclined and declined. That's just a ride. So, so under the level and the experience, we have, starting from the left side, that's a figure 8 in reverse. It only has so much room, so you only see figure 8. But I've done the figure 8. And so I was like, I will do it in reverse. So right now, that little ghost thing, that's my personal record for this segment. Segment's just a distance, you know, so they put things in, try to push you and stuff. And yeah, it looks like I'll beat my personal record, yay me. There's so it's just a short segment, just barely, but barely is still better. That ghost kind of give you an idea of where you're at compared to your last ride. So 940 out of 2200. Hey, better than 50%. So I'll just keep on being consistent. And of course there's a 6%. All right, so let's keep talking. So the blue line up in the bottom center, or the top center window, that's your distance for the track you're on right now. Right, so I have 8.5 miles to go. So that's a decent amount, but I've already done 10, so I'm more than halfway done. And I'm just gonna continue doing this 3 1/3 to get my 60 in, or 62.1374. So we'll go to 62.2, make sure we get it. So name kind of the graph of the distance, and then the actual distance for the rest of the route that I'm doing. All right. So we continue to the top right. We have a little mini map there that kind of gives us, you know, hey, what's coming up? Doesn't do it'd be nice if it was more 3D-ish, right? So you go, oh yeah, I'm gonna die right there when we're doing 11% incline. So these are more rollers, right? Get momentum to get up the next hill. So it's 12% down. If you're going the other way, it's 12% up. So these are pretty simple rollers. All right, so and then in the mini map in the top right hand corner is the current ascent descent percentage. So you can see rollers up to 7%, but we get to the top and it flattens out and then we descend. And the thought is, if you get enough speed on the descent, it helps with the ascent on the next hill. Roller. So, all right. So that's a map. I'll be completely honest, those little markers at the bottom, not sure what those are. I want to say they're where you're at and the route that you're on. And so they start and end with kind of the ascent and descent. I guess that's kind of the 3D-ish part, right? So we can see, it looks like the start and finish maybe at the top of a big hill. So finish the first route after a big climb, which is not unlike the Huntsman 140. So we'll see. Now my thought for the Huntsman 140 is there's a bike shop around here called Bike Mart, and they do group rides, and there is one that's 65 miles. So my thought is start my day with a 65-mile ride, group ride, and then come finish the next 80 miles either locally or potentially virtually. Haven't decided yet. And it really depends on the weather too, because June in North Texas, depending if it's rained and all sorts of fun stuff like that, can be less than enjoyable. It can be really humid and hot, so time will tell from that route whether what I do. So I probably won't know officially until a few days before, based off the weather. Who knows, maybe I'll be streaming all 140 miles right here virtually, so time will tell. Time will tell. All right, we got a little loop here. Then we got some more climbing. I think we've got some pretty good climbing coming up here. And you know what I haven't done? Hydration. And I chew, a gummy chew. Stick under my teeth. There's our incline. Probably shifted into an easier gear a little bit before I should have. Yeah, you can see that hill. That's a hill. It'll flatten out a little bit here. And then it will not flatten out. 12 is not my friend. Oh, I guess there's something else we didn't talk about. So the middle center screen. So I talked about segments, right? Try to get a personal best and whatnot. So under the, you can see the middle center screen kind of changed. So we can see my time on this segment. Then we can see the fastest, well, the next fastest time to what my time is. So I don't know who got first, but they did this thing that is estimated for me to do in 4.5 minutes. It says they did it in 1 minute 52 seconds for second place. Not saying they cheated or had an e-bike, but I wouldn't be surprised. But they could have just been really strong. I'm okay giving them the benefit of the doubt, because that would be pretty amazing. So at this point, I'm about 36 seconds behind my personal record, but again, not trying to push myself, trying to stay consistent so that I can make the next 50 miles. 50 miles at 5 miles an hour. Be done in 10 hours. It'll be a lot less than 10. Better be. All right. Get a little decline and then another incline. Shift a little bit, get some momentum when it's easy to climb before it gets to 7% incline. So you can hear my gears shifting. So I got the 10 sprockets in back, 2 sprockets in front. I'm currently in my small sprocket in the front. My second to the easiest in the back. That's where I want to stay with my RPMs. Not about getting a personal best on this one. About staying consistent. The good news is, if I have 800 something feet, that means I'm almost done climbing for this loop. And then I only have 2 1/3 loops to go. So that's 6 miles to go. We're at 12. So, man, that's 50 miles still. Going uphill, you do not go fast. Definitely need to work on getting stronger up hills. All right, we made it to the top. We're going to shift to our more standard gears here. Pushing a little bit too hard. Can't use all my energy first loop. 2 more loops to go. Worst thing is getting a leg cramp. So 702nd, third out of 890, 702. It goes up and down. Definitely not a personal record for that one. And sometimes that's what you need, right? Don't need to go personal record every single time. Be nice. And there's my icon reminding me, take a drink of water. Definitely something I'll need to be practicing before I go out on a group ride. Is drinking on the go. Should be pretty much second nature, but when you haven't done it for a while, you need to be a lot more precise when you're riding with other people. I have not wrecked myself, but I've been in a group when there was a wreck. not ideal, not ideal. Yeah, we had it's 2 weeks before the 140, and guy wrecked, broke his scapula, kind of the shoulder blade. The doctor told him, no, you're not going to be riding. Guy's insane. We're about 20 miles into the 140, I think it was. Might have been a little bit less, a little bit more. And I come up, and I'm passing someone. I look over, Rich? What the heck are you doing? You have a broken scapula. Well, he has a strong reason why he rides the 140. So, as a daughter who was taken by cancer. So, when you have a purpose, there's not much that will stop you. So he did it. I want to say he rode from Reno that year. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. All right. Well, we're officially under 50 miles. We're doing a good 30 miles an hour. We like a good incline or decline. That gets us up the incline, which brings us to another decline. We had to go up to go down. And my wattage is much higher than I'd like it. I better coast a little bit. Make sure I don't overwork the legs. So hard though. Get a good decline. Get some fast speeds. So I want to say the fastest I've ever been on a bike, which is kind of scary to say. It's just under 60 miles an hour. Going down a hill, heading away from Little Cottonwood Canyon towards Sandy. Right along the foothills and everything. You go down a nice big decline. You can get going pretty fast. So stay tucked. Avoid the wobbles. So your bike wants to stay up, but occasionally you get into a wobble state, which I've never physically had. But so your bike wants to stay up, you just kind of shift your weight some, and that will get the bike out of the current state and go, hey, I want to stay up. That's the theory anyway. Riding with my brother one time, and we're down in St. George, Utah, and riding along a busy highway. Diesel came by. We were going pretty quick, Diesel came by, you get that wind gust, and he started wobbling. Tell you, I've never said a prayer so fast on my bike before. I said prayers. Please don't let me get too exhausted and let me finish the ride. But that was, please let him stay up. And he did. But that was scary because you wobble the wrong direction into traffic. That does not make for a good end of a ride. So. But riding through St. George, we rode through one of the state parks down there. Apparently we were supposed to pay. I feel kind of bad. But my state taxes at the time, I'm sure they helped out. Maybe I should send them $8. I think that's what it was for 2 people. Anyway, roads were nice and clear through there. That was a lot of fun. Then we did go up to Zion's. Rode from St. George to Zion, so that was a good 100 plus miles that day. and we did a loop and stuff. So that was actually at the end of, I took a week off after we did the Salt to Saint ride. So it was a relay, there were 4 of us. And from Salt Lake City, Utah to St. George. And not a straight route, because I would take you on interstate. And that's not safe. Not that some of the places we were going was particularly any safer. But people weren't doing 80 miles an hour as they're passing us. So, but a lot of hills, very cold riding in the middle of the night. We ended up stopping for a while. We weren't the last team in. We were probably the second to the last, maybe third to the last. But all right, feel like I'm doing good. We're at 791 feet. I don't think there's any more hills before the end. I shouldn't have said that. Nothing like jinxing yourself, right? So we didn't talk about the window in the middle right, the Zwifters nearby. So when you're on Zwift, you're a Zwifter. So from that standpoint, the Zwifters nearby are all the riders. Now those are real riders. They do have some pace riders where a group will stay pace with them, but everyone we see is are real. So like my ghost might show up there if I'm on a segment or whatnot. But, and in there you can see kind of how far ahead they are of me. So the ones above me are ahead of me, and the ones below me are behind me, and the estimated time to catch up. 16 miles. 16 miles. 46 and change to go. So a little bit slower than 20 miles an hour, which I was kind of hoping for. Since we're doing the same route, we time whatever 3. So this is going to be over 3 hours. That's if I don't take a break or get a leg cramp, something along those lines. So I am. So I've been drinking water. That's electrolyte water. I am sweaty. Gotta put those minerals back in your body. Get lightheaded. Start not feeling good. I'm almost wondering if I should take a break after every segment or every loop. We'll see. We will see. Oh, I didn't continue back to the Zwifters nearby. So we got the time, right? The ahead and behind us. We got the abbreviated name. First initial, last name. We have the kilowatts per weight. So I need to change mine. I think mine's at 192, but I actually weigh like 188. So yay for weight loss. And then your total miles. Then you can choose your flag, what country you're in. Or from. I don't know if in or from, or maybe what you currently have citizenship in. Anyway, occasionally on those Zwifters nearby, you'll see a thumbs up. That's usually when they finish a route, finish their mile goal for the week, things along that line. you can click on it and give them what's called a ride on. So kind of like a like on Facebook or a heart on Instagram. You can encourage people. They see a little blue line across the mid-back. That gets more pronounced the more likes you get. So having actually given likes on the computer without a thumbs up appearing, I usually do it through the phone app. My phone doesn't want to log me in with my fingerprint. Probably too sweaty. So, but if I go to the app, and I go to the Zwifters, I can see the people near me, click on them, and give them a thumbs up. And there we go. Kind of fun. And you can send messages. Now usually, when I'm in a group ride, it'll just show the people in my group, and then you can message between everybody. People talk about, hey, why don't we get a voice chat? But it's one of those things of, it's hard enough to write and talk. That is a bigger challenge. But I'm doing it. I'm trying to keep my panting away. Got another incline here. This will take us over 800 feet elevation climb. Let's see, 200 almost 50 watts, which is over 250. Not really where I want to be, but we made it up the hill. Yeah, see what my heart rate is up to 166, so take it a little bit easy. Let the heart rate come down. Stand up just a little bit. It's not really a great sign that I'm standing up already, since I'm only almost 18 miles in. So my butt starts hurting. Had a friend come over the other day. He goes, how do you sit on that? It's like, well, there's padding in the, what we call bib. So cycler's kit is his jersey and his bib. And there's some padding there, but it definitely takes some time in the saddle to get used to sitting in a seat for so long. So it's hurting a little bit, but we're still doing good. Got a little bit of cramping in my left leg right now. I wanted to finish this out. So 18.4 is our distance for our loop. So yeah, times that by 3, that'll give us 54. So we need 6 miles on top of the 3 loops, which is a third. So 3 1/3. This is nice and flat. Get that 80 RPMs. Actually, I'm gonna keep the 80 to go to an easier gear. Bring down my wattage. Hey, look at that. This person gave me a thumbs up. We'll give him one back. We got an Australian behind us. Oh, he disappeared. It's gonna give him a thumbs up. Give Lauren a Sino did finish our loop, and we have started on our next one. We're at a, when I first start, definitely my wattage was not this high. You kind of have to build into it. Kind of like starting a cold engine. You don't want to red line it. Oil's still cold. Still need to warm up. Now, pedaling while standing definitely is not the most efficient. Sometimes you need to do it just to get feels like cobwebs off your legs. So, but staying in your seat is more ideal. Definitely more ideal. It's like, hey, I've been here before. Maybe on the last one we'll turn it around, do a U-turn, mix it up a little bit. Yeah, so you can see in the mini map, there's multiple ways to go, but since I'm just doing a route, it chooses which way I go. We'll just let it go. So when it comes up, you can click on it to say I want to go a different way, or on the app, it gives you some choices. All right. Beats per minute, 165. Don't feel like I'm working real hard, so if I focus on my breathing, see if I can get that down to 160. Yeah, it's interesting. Our different life experiences help us out in different ways. What I mean by that is when not so much now that I'm a little bit older, but when I was younger, I had asthma pretty good. And good, not in a good way. So, but I remember middle school, we're doing our mile run or whatever it was, and grasses tend to kick my allergies up, so I wasn't doing good. And I had a friend, we weren't close, but a good acquaintance. Anyway, he had asthma bad. Now, their family was better off than ours. They weren't rich by any imagination, but we were poor, flat out. But he had been to an asthma specialist. So he taught me, the importance of breathing. Obviously, don't breathe, you die. But he actually taught me a trick. It's like, put your tongue on the roof of your mouth, and it helps regulate your breathing, apparently. And it helped, and I've used that in the past, but mostly the focusing on the breathing itself has can get that heart rate down. It's really interesting. But yeah, just a little thing. Middle school, right? So what, I was 12, 13. And I'm not 12, 13 now, 30 plus. Let's give some thumbs ups here. Thumb up. Thumb up. See if we can draft off of them. Oh, I'm not supposed to pass them. That's okay, we're getting some good draft. This guy's going for time. Go, go, go! Hey, look at that, 7% faster. And that's just the warm legs, having someone to draft off of. See if I can get over and click on, nope, too slow. See that guy in front of us? He's using one of his bonuses. Maybe that's the drafting one. I'll have to look it up. I don't remember. So this is a good rate, right? 83 RPM, 170 wattage. That's right around where I want to be. Just good and perfect. Yeah, let's get some hydration going on. And need to make a graphic. My finger is numb. That is a sign of bad posture, probably a weak core. Important to keep in a good position. If you see me flapping my arms, that's to remind me to put more weight in my core, less in my arms, which can lead to numb fingers. So, oh, look at my heart rate. And we got a climb here. Yeah, I'm gonna downshift, even though I feel like I'd be okay. I just like to get my heart rate back down. Mid to low 160s, high 150s even better. But we're coming up to the top of the hill. And we got a good decline for a while through those S curves there. Or do we go straight? Sometimes I don't know which is their straight, which is the turn. Looks like we're going straight though. So my decline that I was thinking was coming was on that turn. I think we got some slight rollers here. I think I'm going to need some food. I said my left leg was a little bit crampy. Well, it's still a little bit crampy. I'm thinking that's some food, so let's pedaling slow down. And I can ride with no hands in real life. If I'm with a group of people, I won't take that chance. If it's one other person, not a big deal. But when you're in a group of like 16, that's just going to make everybody nervous. Well, we're targeted to go a lot faster than our last ride, or last loop. But I'm not going to be pushing for better than 548. Oh, look at that, my wattage. Even though I feel good, I'm going to lower that. I keep looking at my ghost in front of me going, I can catch him, I can catch him. And I look up my 230 watts. It's like, you can, but you shouldn't. I still want to beat him, or beat my best. I really do not want to be above 200 watts. My Fitbit. I've reached my exercise for the week. See my heart rate? Yeah. That's what happens. Those wattage 200 increases my heart rate. So good call to go into the easier gear. All right. Man, it says my ETA is 620. My personal best is 548. So I wonder if, oh, that says 627. Huh. I wonder if one's 90 day. So I wonder if that one's like 30 day. I didn't notice. It looked like it had some days there. So this might just be my last loop. All right, see if we can keep this pace up this little hill. Shift into a harder gear down. Down under 170, which is good. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to catch my personal best here. That's putting out quite a bit more wattage at this point. All right, get back down. There we go. There we go. And another hill. Slide roller, like I said. Easier gear. Get that wattage down. Keep that heart rate from getting too high. Let's see. Gave him a thumbs up. Let's see here. Oh, right. Go to harder gear. 160 watts. 170 to 180. And we're going to start going downhill. A slight downhill. Remember, I think we might back uphill to the end. It looks close, but it's not as close as I'd like. Yeah, so that ghost was my last loop. Pushing a little bit too hard. My leg is still cramping. Keep eating, hydrating. Electrolytes. All right, just under 24 miles. Look at that wattage. Need to stop that. Oh, my wattage is too low. Too high, too low. Make up my mind. But my heart rate's good. Got down to the 160s. That's what we like to see. Wattage is a little bit high though. Should get a good big climb here. Just get up here. The top, and down we go. All right, let's give some ride-ons. Ride on. So you can also say it. Oh, it's probably too quiet. Might have been able to hear that. I have the computer pretty quiet, so you can enjoy my sound of my chain. Maybe I should talk like this and do a writing ASMR video. We're good though. Getting a good 20 plus mile per hour. So if we're going 62, wait, what did I say, 21? Oh my goodness. You would think I could, 62.137. So we'll call it 31.1 halfway, round up there. So we're almost halfway. Then we'll decide when I get halfway if I take a 10-minute break or if I continue on and continue on to finish the second loop. Go get a snack, because gummies and granola bars, no filling's not enough. But we'll keep going. Almost to 1,200 feet climbed. So what's that about? 50 feet a mile. It's nice of someone to give us some thumbs ups. I find the further you go, more people recognize, dude, that guy's he's gone a good distance. I give him a thumbs up. Yeah, here comes the incline, and my heart rate's at 170 again. Downshift early. Do some breathing. Readjust my seat. Keep pedaling. Downshift again. We're only at 3%, so 1-2%. I feel like I'm at the point that it doesn't really affect me. I mean, it's harder for sure, but not something that I really causes my cadence much adjustment. When I get to 3 or 4, that's when I start noticing it. And 5 and above, no doubt, it definitely is a challenge. All right, back to 0 elevation, or incline, decline. Maybe I just say neutral incline. My wattage is a little bit lower. That might be because my legs are a little bit tired. I think that's it. I'm not going to push it right now. I'm sure I'll look down and start looking at other stuff, not realize it, and get back up to 200 on my wattage. But I think we want to stay under 180 for sure. 26. 5 more miles and we're halfway. Oh, there's my wattage. Climbing like it shouldn't. Get into a mindset, which is great, but need to focus on consistency and not burn myself out. Oh, look at that, 26.2. We have done a marathon distance. Bikes are more efficient, so a little bit easier on wheels than someone pounding the pavement. I'm doing good. Getting hydration. That cramp has kind of gone away. Nothing like a good cramp to learn a bike ride. All right. So it looks like we're 16 seconds faster than my last loop. If you look at the very bottom right hand corner, that's my ghost, that one in gray with the little icon. So we'll see how we do. Just keep on pedaling. Oh goodness. Here comes our ascent. Pretty sure this is where most of the game footage is coming up. Wait, no. Because it was just over 800. We've already done 400 on this loop. So I'm pretty sure this is a sliding point. I can feel my heart rate going up and being more consistent. So I think what I'm going to do is get to that 31 miles and do a get off my bike, stretch some, and then get back on and finish out the ride. 27 miles. Yeah, this is a slight incline, nothing huge. Though, talk about my wattage being under 180. And I look up and sure enough, we're 200. There we go, 170. Keep on going. Oh, we missed. Wasn't paying attention. Could give someone a ride on the computer. Almost 1,300. All right, here's some more decent incline, 5%. I feel like I'm in the right gear. Might get a little bit high, but just get to the top of this hill. Not get it downshift. Yeah, see? Good call. Oh, that cramp came back. What's up with the cramp? Maybe someday I'll try some pickle juice. They say that helps. Oh, look at that. We were 16 seconds ahead. And lowering our wattage, my ghost. So 3 seconds, 2 seconds behind. I bet I was pushing right there down this hill. Yeah. Kind of assume he's gonna, roam right past me. I was pushing myself there. That is what it is. Don't get coaxed into chasing. I mean, I'm at 192, which is higher than I want to be. I'm going to downshift, increase my RPMs. And look at that, 32.08. I'm at 38 target. You see the little tube over it, that's the lap. The other one is this one. I'm not going to catch either of them. Not gonna try. Focus on the finish line. One pedal at a time. More incline. Man, I was flying last lap. Because this lap's going to be, holy cow, it says I'm 10 seconds behind now. Yeah, I'm going to have to downshift more. Keep my heart rate lower. I want to catch up so bad. Don't get tricked, Greg. Keep it focused. Man, we're almost at the top. We're just gonna keep going. I know my cadence is 69, right here. All right, here we go. Stretch those calves in the downhill. All right. Man, I was putting out 2.6 watts per kilogram. That's some decent wattage there. Not something that I can keep up for long term. Rates at 166. So if we can bring that down. The wattage is low enough, that should be. So my cadence get a high 90 or mid 90s per minute. Yeah, look at that. So hard. Keep my wattage low. My body just wants to push. So that rates my beats per minute. That's not what we want. Not sure where those people were going. They see the little icons drive off the road. First time I've ever seen that. Alright, so I'm going to stop at 31 miles, 31.1. Unless I'm on a decline. I don't know. Decline's probably the best place to start it, huh? That way it's easy to get going. Man, decisions. Stop at 31 or just finish the loop, turn around, and then rest. Because at that point I'll just have 22 more miles to go. I do only have 7. with less than 300 feet of climbing. Let's see if we can finish this loop. .9. We can do it. We're going to finish this loop. Stop, turn around, well, stop, take a break, turn around, and finish the last, well, I guess it's marked 24 miles, huh? Either way. 62.1, here we come. That is the plan. Thank you, Icon, for inviting me up for no, Icon Avatar. I do a whole lot less talking when I'm trying to breathe. Oh yeah, look at that. Beats per minute, 170. Not where we'd like to see them. Oh, and this is the 12%, huh? Let's downshift here, get into an easier gear. Woohoo! We have one more gear. I didn't use it last time. Only 6 seconds behind my current or my last loop. $5 miles an hour. Choo choo. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I know I can. 7% grade. Downshift. Stand up. Ooh. I know, not as efficient. All right, back into that easier gear. Stay consistent. My wattage is down, but my RPMs are at almost 80. I think I'm going to call that good. I'm keeping pace right now with my ghost in front of me. The reverse one. But definitely slower. All right, I'm gonna flatten out here. Shift into harder gear here. This incline, and then we're gonna, or decline. I'm gonna get back into an incline. I think Saturdays will be my distance rides. And if I can get it, and we don't have tornadoes, Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's supposed to be my exercise rides. Not as long, more intensity. Trying to build that intensity while we do distances together. Make Good combination of improvement. It's kind of funny, I have 3 timers. I have the loop timer, 8 seconds behind. A King of the Mountain, that's KOM, 3 seconds behind it. And then a hilly loop, which I'm 4 seconds ahead. Just keep the consistency. All right, a little downhill. A little bit slower than last time. That's okay. Heart rate of 170. Or 56. Where was that? 2% slower. It's funny, I'm going downhill, but it looks like I'm going uphill. And sometimes when you're really riding, it does feel that way. And vice versa. Sometimes it feels like you're going downhill, but you are going uphill. Oh, look at that. We are more than halfway done. So we're looking at 3 hours and 20 minutes. I can keep relatively the same pace. Whew. Yeah, we'll have a, what's that, 2,400 feet climbed. They have like badges that you can get every month, and all the feet, or all the elevation climb is in meters. So I just have to divide by 3. So, but 500 meters does not sound as impressive as 1,500, 1,600 feet. Shift into a little harder gear there. Get that wattage to 180 or close to. Oh, add 5% and I'll get to 180. There we go. Got the hill. Decline going. So we can get the heart rate down a little bit. All right. We got it. This island is called Watopia. So wattage and utopia. Watopia. Don't have to worry about cars. Cars don't have to worry about you. You just ride. All right. 4.7 miles on this loop. Feeling good right now. We just, pretty much we shouldn't have any more climbing. A little bit, but not much. We're at our 1,600, it's 800 and something per loop. That means our climbing is pretty much all done. Oh, look at that. I'm 41 seconds behind my last loop. I must have been pushing pretty hard. I'm pushing way too hard right now. But I'm gonna take a break. Oh, but I have 4.2 miles left in this loop. I'll burn myself out before that. Let's stand up, loosen the butt a little bit, and get back to pedaling. All right, keep going, keep on pedaling, keep on pedaling. I think of Dory sometimes when I'm riding. Keep on swimming, keep on swimming, keep on pedaling. Uh-oh, connection failure. Not sure what failed. That is definitely not ideal. I mean, still see, oh, it's my heart rate monitor. That's not ideal. I do have a Fitbit, so if I need to use that. Wonder if I need to change the battery. Well, I guess I know what I'm going to be doing during my break. Pretty sure I have a RC 3032. I think that's what it is. Standard computer battery. Goes in the heart rate. No flashing lights. So hopefully that's just a battery issue. Either way, 3.4 miles. I will give it a, see if I can find a battery, get it changed. Might take my shoes off. They're a little bit tired, but doing well, doing well. Butt's a little bit sore, but doing well. Heart rate a little bit high, but not too bad. Still under the 170. They're getting my fair share of ride-ons. Being at 33. Right now I have more than anyone else on the screen. But K Watts has 29. Let's give the K Watts a ride-on. Way to go, Carl. Not sure what the different jerseys are. All right, 2.9 miles. Get a little stretch, get a battery change. I'm gonna take my shoes off. Batteries are upstairs. If you ever tried to walk in cycling shoes, they can be a challenge. So, give my feet just a little bit of a rest. They have to get used to all the pedaling. I'll tell you, I miss my heart rate. And but it's doing good right now. 166. Always have a backup plan, I guess, right? So we could go a little bit harder, but I think we're good right now. I feel like I'm in a good pace at that 85 RPM, which ultimately is kind of my target. No matter what my wattage is, you know, it's kind of train the body to be consistent, and they know. And even when you're going uphill, stay at that 85 RPMs and just kill it. I remember when I was in shape and riding, someone asked me, how do you make it look so easy? I was like, first of all, not easy. The second, just stay at cadence. Don't be ashamed to shift into an easier gear. Easier gears are there to help you keep going. So when someone explained it, you have a box of matches, and that's your energy. And those matches, they're replaced every so often. But if you're burning them faster than putting them in the box, you run out. It's hard to get that fire going again. So getting into a constant state. That's why I look at my heart rate so much, right? Higher the heart rate, faster in burning matches. You need to keep it consistent so that your body can replenish those matches. And you just keep moving. All right, here we go. 35. We got 1.9 miles to go for this loop. Like I said, take your shoes off. Should have my sandals, I don't. Take your shoes off, go get a battery, stretch, and see if there's something I can snack on besides granola bars. I do need to change my electrolyte drink also, because the electrolyte drink I have right now, my wife got it. She got it for her. And it has a total of 0 calories. Well, I burned 1 or 2 calories on this ride. So it's important to replace those as you go along. Kind of the whole match box, right? Body's just breaking down, changing stuff into glucose so muscles can burn it. And I don't know all the science. I know the basics, right? Carbs go first. They change into sugar faster. Protein and fat. Don't really want to burn your protein. You get atrophy. But your fat takes longer to break down into sugar. But it keeps your blood sugar better. So we are close. 1.2 miles on this loop. I feel like I'm doing good. Heart rate is about 166. A little bit higher than I like 165 or lower. But and my wattage is not high, but my RPMs are good. Big break, stretch. 1 mile to go on this loop. I need a screen that says, "I'll be right back." All right, we got our 3% incline, if I remember from last time. Yep, 3%. And right now, I'm feeling good. Sometimes I wonder if the game is broken.
gives you like a distance bonus. Because this 3% feels easier than the last 3% climb that I did at the end of last loop. Look at that, we got a thumbs up, that's good. There we go. Actually got it on the screen. I don't know if you saw my mouse, but clicked on that. Give someone a thumbs up. 0.7. Look at that sunset on the water. 0.6 miles on this loop. We are close. We are close. Not going to catch up to my last lap, which is 44 seconds faster. But I think with the kind of the slower speed, lower wattage, I think I'm doing better. So 36.4. I think my longest this year is 40 without a group ride. Group rides are kind of weird from the standpoint of they kind of average your power or wattage. So the person that's putting out the most wattage is putting out a lot of wattage, but it's definitely not going as fast as if he was riding alone. But the person that's putting out the less wattage is going faster. So it's fun. You get to chat with people, but I feel like the miles are kind of cheating. So we're coming up on a group ride. This is a Zwift group ride, so you can join the rides and whatnot. All right, 600 feet to go on this loop. Join the Robo-Pack. Nah. All right, here we go. And we finished. All right, so I'm gonna turn around here. Woo. We are gonna stop. I'm gonna go get a battery change for my heart rate monitor. Hopefully that works. And I will be back here in just a minute. All right, see you guys in a second. Oh. See if I can balance and take my shoe off. So that shoe has this cleat on the bottom. Makes you clickety clack when you walk. I've got a padded floor in this room, so not so much clickety clack in here. All right, I'll be right back. Not flashing on this before. That would not be ideal if my heart rate monitor is not good. Put the battery in, it started flashing, but I'm not seeing anything now. Not ideal. Alright, I'm going to fill up my waters, put my shoes back on, and get moving. Darn. I was hoping to have a heart rate monitor for the last of this ride, but not looking good. Not looking good. Have it locked in place. I'll have to play with it. I'll keep it on. Hope it comes back, but is a few years old. I may have to, and it might be the battery too, because it was the last battery in the pack, and I don't know how long we've had those batteries. That's what we're gonna say. We're gonna say it was the battery. I'm gonna go over to Facebook here real quick and make an update and just let people know that people know that I have 25 miles left. That is not where I'm trying to go. Alright, it's more than half of the 62.1 miles done. Alright, get these shoes on. They are quite tight here. which they're supposed to be. You don't want sliding around. Good way to get blisters. Get back to my streaming app here. 2 hours and 8 minutes. I've done 37 miles. I'll get faster. You know, it's I like to keep a 3-minute mile. And 3-minute mile, you know, that's what, 20 miles an hour. And right now we're at 1 hour and 55 at 37. So definitely under the 3-minute mile. But we do what we can, one step at a time. All right. Shoes are laced up. I didn't really have a whole lot of easy to grab stuff. Trying to do less gluten, so no bread. Snappity snap. That's the cleats going into the pedals. Here we go. 25.2 miles to go. Waters are filled up. More electrolyte drink. And we're off. Legs feel good. This walking and stretching helped. I'm pretty sure the Huntsman 140 ride, I think the brakes are anywhere from 18 to 25 miles apart. And you don't have to stop, but they have rest stations and whatnot. Alright, no heart rate monitor, but we do have wattage, more importantly RPMs, so we'll keep an eye on that. Get back to the 85 RPM. Oh, excuse me, burps. We'll see how applesauce does as a break food. I have a little bit too much fiber. Time will tell. All right. $37.5, $37.6. We got a good pace. Wattage is a little bit up, but right now I feel okay because my RPMs are good and we're on flat. So, but if I get to 200, I will definitely shift into something easier. Because it might only be 25 miles, only, but it's still 25 miles. Decline, up the speed. Just like that, 24.2 miles. Do the countdown. I guess we should wait to the point 2, right? Just count down. Now we can say 24 miles to go. Oh, look at that. Wattage higher than I want it. All right. So now that, because that was my goal, is really last weekend was when I was supposed to do the metric century, 100 kilometers, 62.1371 miles. But life, what's up with life? Best laid plans are perfect until you get into battle. You have to adjust those plans, make them better. So, yeah, when we, Thursday, I was like, I'm gonna ride. Then we had a tornado not too far from our house. And in the church that I belong to, Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, we call them wards. So it's a area boundary. And so we worked to get make sure everybody was okay. It looks like no one was hurt, even though it hit in a pretty populated area. Took out a house that was being built, so definitely not populated, which is quite a relief. But very hard, because the homes around here, they take a while to get built. And there's people that have been waiting for over a year. And I'm sure the foundation's fine, but all the framing completely torn down. I couldn't tell if they had started on the roof from the debris, but that's got to be really hard for the family that was waiting for that house to be built. But better a house than a life, for sure. Anyway, so I was one of the response team, so we reached out to people and asked them we kind of have emergency groups, right? So we have called Ministry Brethren. They reached out to the families that they're assigned to make sure that they're okay. And sounds like everybody made it through just fine. Looked at the house because we had like 80-mile-an-hour winds. Not something that I'm used to. Maybe some people in Florida. But yeah, we had some fences blown down in the neighborhood, shingles taken off roofs. Definitely not ideal. But my Thursday ride turned into contacting people, making sure that they were okay. So, oh, look at that. We passed our 39.2, less than 23. Good pace. Now, granted, we still have some hills to climb, and we're going in the reverse order. So I don't remember where they're at, but that's okay. We will just keep on swimming. RPMs are good. Wattage is a little bit high, but as of right now, I'm feeling good. Get some more hydration in here. Check the heart rate here. Oh, 160. Yeah. We are good. We are good. Oh, let's give this a Ebster Hey, so he has a lot of miles. Where are you at, Epster? Wolfgang, Austria. Definitely need to give the people that are 30 plus miles a good thumbs up. Oh, look at that. Where's he at? In Wilkeston. He definitely has more miles than us. If I can find him on the app, if I can find myself. We've got quite a few people here that have some nice miles. This E. Legrand. He's gonna pass me up. Yeah, we've got the same wattage right now. Oh, 40.3. Less than 22 to go. Yeah, there he is. An Italian. Let's see if we can have him pass us and we can draft off of him, since we're riding pretty much the same wattage. Maybe his D. Hudson will. Oh, there's a robo rider. Bit faster than myself. We can draft, take turns. Looks like we got a little group here. Pretty nice. Give them a. One thing about the app, it doesn't always keep you center. So sometimes you gotta search for yourself. Gave Hudson a ride on. We got Epster, Legrand. Oh, around 40 miles. Pretty nice. Now the guy behind me, see how he has a little screen? He's doing a training ride. So at that point, the app will say, hey, pedal this hard or whatnot. Oh no. Part of my group, they went the other way. It's okay, me and Legrand are still here together. Oh, we got a Salda. Yeah, do not call me a linguist. That would be my daughter. Oh, where did he go? Well, this day has 45 miles. Nice. Oh, there's the Salda. They are going faster than me. It's okay. So what my heart rate's at. It says 160. I can deal with 160. So this thumbs up here, they're doing an FTP. Functional threshold power test. And so basically, you push yourself as hard as you can for like 20 minutes. The ride is 45 minutes. And it's just a matter of pushing yourself. And you get a threshold, FTP score. think mine is like at 191 right now. At one point I had it up to like 230, which was a decent FTP. So, looks like we're getting left behind. We're just gonna have to accept that. I say that and then I keep my wattage up, right? Yeah, you got people doing 4.5 watts per kilogram. I have a feeling that my gears are not working the way they should. I'm at 9%, but it's not forcing me harder. So, yeah, that was not a 9%. The pedaling did not get harder. So I feel like I'm cheating a bit, but I do not know how to fix it at this point. So all I can do is keep pedaling. That's probably why I feel so good. because it's not tracking right. Well, that's a bummer. Yeah, because the pedaling is the same difficulty right now as it was when I was at 3. Hate to do it. I am going to stop right here, turn off my trainer, and reconnect. See if we can get a correct functioning. If it's not working, turn it off and back on again, right? We should get let's see here. Get a menu. I'm not seeing that. Disconnected. Let's see if we can bring it back. Connection failure. All right. So it's back. I'm hoping it's just not overheated or stopping, kind of reset stuff. Let's jump back on. If I have to do easy miles, I do easy miles. But, oh geez. Yeah, something's not right. It should not be this easy. Because now it's even easier. I don't know what it needs to do to readjust, but man. I'm not going to be able to pedal like this for the whole time. Not that I can't, just it's not doing me a whole lot of good except keeping my legs moving. And it's saying that I'm doing 114 watts, which is interesting to say the least. No, I don't want to quit. Not yet. Not yet. Where's my menu? Menu. Challenges, workout, garage, pair. coming up, maybe. It says connected. Oh, see, look at that. No signal. That's our problem. That is our problem. Come on. We need to get that paired. Here we go. Searching. Come on. You can find it. I might have to unpair everything. Blah blah blah. This is to resemble a flat tire that you have to fix. Alright, so I'm gonna unplug here, or unpair there, unpair there. Maybe. Come on. Alright. Now let's it did just go through an update, so and I did see someone complaining about it crashing. Search. Here we go. So they can't see my mouse. There it is. Okay. I really don't want to stop. I like my total miles. It's not finding the controllable piece though. Give it a second here. That's the piece we need, so it feels like I'm dying when I'm going up a... Aha, there we go. Let it unfreeze. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna undo my heart rate since I'm already stopped, right? Might as well. Yeah, I wonder why it disconnected there. Definitely is having a hard time. It might be because I'm streaming, who knows. But this does not help the speed of my ride. I got stuff to do today. One day at a time. One step at a time. Get back into the ride with no issue. I don't know if it's going to find heart rate monitor just because no flashy. Pretty sure the battery is dead. Those, yeah, no signal. Let's get back to writing now that we're connected back with our, oh, actually, it says that it found it. Let's see. We will see. We will see. Though it, kinda. Either way. It says connected, but no signal. I think it is battery. Battery related. We got some well, definitely not going to get a high ranking on this segment. That feels better. Feels like resistance. And now I know. Knowing's half the battle. And look at my heart rate. It's back there and 130. I can push a little bit. Oh, and we got some good declines here. Can you grace my chain? Oh yeah, that controllable. That's what the issue was. "20 miles. 20 miles to go. It's kind of funny. You always have one person that has a flat. Apparently you have one person that has a virtual disconnect. But we are back up and running, and we're moving along. 19 miles an hour. Decent. 20 miles an hour. Let's see if we can finish in an hour. That's going to be hard because, we have most of our elevation done. Most. So another 400 feet. Since we're going in the reverse order, and the loop, we're doing another third of it. So we could easily have another 800 feet of climbing, which I'm okay with. Definitely not getting a personal record on this one, since I had that second break there. Heart rate's getting back up to the 160, which is a good place. 96% slower. Yes, I was. That's okay. I wasn't the slowest. I wonder why. I'm sure they had technical issues now too. Good 6% decline. See someone turning around. He's like, no, I do not want to climb this. Cannot blame him. "40 miles an hour. It's a minute and a half mile. We'll take it. Decline is definitely not as much. 40 miles an hour will not last. And a half miles to go. All right. Well, officially, I want to say my longest was 44 something, so at 45 we'll say it's a new distance best for the year, which we like. We definitely like it. I'm feeling good right now. Got a good probably should pull back just a little bit though. All right, shifted to an easier gear. wattage drop down. About halfway, not quite halfway, getting close to halfway to level 19. So when you level, you get different bike frames, clothing, wheels, but I'm lazy. I'm riding a specialized bike right now, my trainer that I'm on, and the frame I have on the game is a specialized, so it doesn't have red and black in the back like on the frame in the, like my avatar's riding, but it's black. It mirrors. This is my trainer bike. This is my first bike I owned. I got it from my brother. But my other bike, my Felt FR3, I want to say it was I can't remember, 2018 or 2019 model. Good bike. Good bike. So its frame's a little bit smaller because I'm not that tall. So the bike I'm on right now, I think is a 54, and my Felt is a 54. I think so. It's a 51 centimeters, inches. I don't remember. I'm not the most technical. I should be a lot more technical on my bike terms. Like I should know my ratios and my chains and everything, but I don't. I'm one of those dumb cyclists. Put my cleats in and I pedal. My brother, on the other hand, he knows all the ratios and bikes and what parts he wants on his future bike. I'm like, that one's pretty. That one makes it easier to ride. That's good for me. That's what I do. I really should learn the gears and see if I can tune my own bike. So I did find a guy here in town that does has a history of working on bikes. Not what he does professionally anymore, but yeah, I'll probably send him a message and let him know the bikes he tuned up are running smooth. He's more of a mountain bike person, not a road. I was hoping he was a road cyclist so that I could have someone close so we could go on rides together. No such luck. I should look at my mountain bike. It's not new, but it has decent hardware on it. I mean, it has Shimano. I want to say peripherals. That tells you what type of work I'm in. So, I mean, it's decent stuff, but it's a Schwinn. Schwinn is not known for their high-end bikes, at least that I'm aware of. Definitely not a Specialized or a Giant or any of those. So, should we push? Get a personal best? I think so. My heart rate's good. 4% faster. Not too shabby. I think it helped to have that rest. Let's see if we can give some right-ons. Right on. Get back to my pedaling here. There we go. Almost at 12 miles. Yeah, see what I did? I pushed myself. Heart rate got up to 172. Might have been higher. That's when I noticed it. Get back down. Got a little incline right here. Got everybody doing fitness rides with their screens up. Oh, thank you, Avatar. Hydrate. I think that applesauce might be a good substitute. Wouldn't want to do too much of it. Well, substitute mid-ride meal. This 4% is about killing me right now. It's like, oh yeah, I'm doing great. Right on. Try to look for him when they give me a ride on. Otherwise, I have to do it after. When I'm on the app, I can see who gave me a ride on. Then I can give them a ride on back. All right, we got some decline here. Let's get some miles per hour. I think this is the 1%, but still a decline. A decline's a decline. Get some deep breathing in here. Get those heartbeats per minute down. Yeah, see, I like that. Low 160s. You know, it's kind of funny. When I'm exercising, even lifting weights, I can still get my heart rate up high. Don't know if that's a good thing or not, that I was able to. But, you know, it is what it is. All we can do is try to be a little bit better. Focus on that. Condition ourselves. Eat right. Hydrate right. Sleep right. Yeah. I started doing the kind of the keto diet. High fat, moderate protein, low carbs. I was doing really good. And then we had a sister from the church. She brought over pumpkin bread. Tell you, between anything pumpkin and apple fritters, yeah, not good combination. My willpower, but it was good. It was really good. Have to send her a message, tell her thank you. So it's all fun and good. All fun and good. Just keep on doing our best. When you mess up one day, just do better the next day. Try to have more steps forward than steps back. That's a challenge of being a human, right? All right. Listen, 15 miles, 14 and a half. One pedal at a time. One pedal at a time. I wonder if the controller comes undone if you can set it while you're pedaling. That's interesting. Interesting thought. Not sure how you test that until you have an issue. Or potentially disconnect pedal. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe. Might not be worth my time. Because if I'm doing that, I'm not pedaling. I'm playing. We got anybody? Oh, there's S. Spencer. I'm not sure what flag that is. I should know that flag. Oh, yeah, you should. England. White flag. Red Cross. And he gave me a ride on back. Nice. Nice. Oh, look, M. Walker. Let's check out M. Walker. Matthew Walker. No nationality. He has some good miles. We'll give him a thumbs up. And then a D. White. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. But he has 38.1. Douglas. Give him a thumbs up. Right on. All right. Look at that. 48. 13.9 miles to go. I don't know if I skipped all the easy stuff or the hard stuff when my controller wasn't working. But I feel like going this route has been easier this time. We're gonna try to draft with A-Rath and J.K. Johnson, Kevin and Hunk, A-N-K-E. I need to learn how to pronunciate. Yeah, that's right. Pronunciate. Foreign names better. My daughter, pretty darn amazing person. Growing up, she definitely had a love of languages. Don't know how much she keeps up with it, but at one point she was pretty much fluent in Japanese, Russian, and English. Tell people must have got it from her mom, because I speak English and poor English. I'm usually more of the poor side. But, you know, do what you can. So now I'm wondering if my battery was bad, or if we just had a connection issue. In my heart rate monitor, excuse me. There's some of my poor English. Let's downshift, get some better RPMs in. I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing great, 85 RPMs, that's good. 9%. Hey, that wasn't harder. Wait a second. Oh, there we go. Another mile down. We are getting there. We are getting there. So close. I've got lots of people to draft off right here. That's awesome. That makes it easier. Get a little numbness in my left arm. Oh, that's not good, right? I guess it's pain in your arm, right? Or it's you're gonna have a heart attack. But I do this, and it's all good. Oh, we are slowing down. Easier gear. Get up this hill. Keep those pedals moving. All right. We are good. Is that 12 and a half? Heart rate a little bit higher than we want to see. Some deep breathing here. It's funny, I can hear the change in the pedaling and feeling of my leg, even 1% change, right? Go to 3%. It's like, oh yeah, just slow down. And it goes back to 1%. Things get a little bit easier. Back into my app here. Where's everyone going? All on my own. Look at that, 12 miles to go. 12 miles to go. Oh, look at that. It's the hill. Who's excited for a hill? Not this guy. Jump into 6% right away. 7. How many gears do I have? One more gear. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to switch to my little big gear, front gear. There we go. Because, yeah, I know it goes down, but then it goes up. And this is where we see a 12. Can't remember, 11 or 12. No, 11. Just 11. Just. I'll tell you, cycling will change your view when you're driving. Like, this hill's not that bad when you're in a car. Seven percent grade. That looks right. Yeah, this is where the slowness comes in. 6 miles an hour. A lot different than 40. 40 plus. Another incline, and then at the top of the hill, decline. Yeah, I know, my heart rate. doing so good though. I was looking at that ETA and 90-day personal record. Thinking, oh, maybe I can do it, because it had me 10 seconds behind. But I still got more than 10 miles to go. No time to burn myself out. I still got a full day of stuff to do. Get past this hill. Get back to the good mileage. Miles per hour, that is. I mean, I'm still doing more than I should. Yeah, 170. These hills are the bane of my existence when it comes to riding. So close. All right. Goodbye, 6%. I know, hydration. It's like, what's that tapping? It's my Bluetooth extender. Hey, look at that, 8% faster. Let's back into my big gear. Look at that, 11.2 miles. Back to my cadence around that 85. See if we can get the heart rate down. So we're about 23 miles an hour. Let's see if we can make up for our 6 miles an hour up the hill. See if I can draft off oh, not up this hill I can't. That's interesting. My route disappeared. Not sure why that happened. That's okay. We know our goal. 62.2. And probably just a little bit of cool down. Stretch there. Oh. Coming up with 10 more miles left. Got to use that decline. Get some speed. Cut down our total time. Because I'm sure my wife is ready to shoot me at this point. Pushing a little bit, not a little bit, quite a bit harder than I should. Not going to help with get my heart rate down. All right, downshift, slow down, stretch the glutes, stretch the glutes. Just trying to keep up with the friend that passed us. He was too fast. More incline. We don't want more incline. We want less incline. Yeah, I need to do some Pilates or something. Strengthen this core. It's been a long time since I had the core of a P90X. Oh, I was so hoping we were turning. So hoping. Well, I didn't even notice who gave me a ride on. Pretty sure this is just a one hill and then some long rollers. I am warm. I need more hydration. RoboPack. Oh, 3.4 kilowatts. I don't think I'm joining that one. That is a bit higher than I want to go at. We are on a decline. So let's get some speed in here. Get under a 3-minute mile. Which way are we going? So you can see the T coming up. We are going right. Here's what I shouldn't do. I shouldn't go for a new personal record. That's what I shouldn't do. I don't know. I think I'm going to back off. Oh, but my legs feel like I should be going. Huh. I don't know if I can keep this up for another 10 seconds. Sure, I can. Oh, look at my heart rate. Bring her back down. That's what I shouldn't do. But I did. Oh, right before an incline. %. I'm gonna have to switch into my easy gear. Look at this. We are at 54.1, less than 8.1 miles to go. We got some downhill. Get back into my So I think we'll push to 62, not push, but ride fairly, moderate to the 62.2. And then from there, do a cool down, get my heart rate down, 150s. Shouldn't take too much time. Yeah. The heart rate was coming down faster. We are going left, right. I need to slow down. So close. 7 miles. It's a starting point, you can tell. It's like everybody has 0 miles so far. So close. So close. I think my streams are too long. No one wants to join them. Oh, burpity burp. 6.5. Oh, man. Keep doing that. Keep pushing myself too hard. I want to get up to 200 watts. I need to bring that heart rate down. My goodness. Downshift, get my RPMs up. Get my legs, get the wattage down. Get that heart rate down. Yeah, we're at 170. Oh, jump down to 169, go back to 170. Yeah, see that? Much easier. Much easier. That's what we like. I like it a little bit lower though. 6 miles. 6 miles. We are close. We are close. Downshift a little bit so we can get the heart rate down again. Yeah, a whole lot less talkative after 3 hours of riding. Get some hydration though. 57 miles. Seven miles. Not shabby, not too shabby. I have to trade in my virtual ride, depending on what weather's like next week, for a ride with the Richardson Bike Mart. The first time I went on a ride, it was like, yeah, I can do 40. Yeah, no, that was a bad idea. I was not ready. They were kind enough to let me stay with them, but yeah, I should have just done the 20. I'm confident I can do the 20. It's a slower pace and not nearly as far. 40, I'm still not that confident. They do keep a keep a pretty darn good pace. Oh, missed the 5 mile call out. 4.8 to go, or 4.7. Got our 3% incline right here. Do the daily shift. Try to keep that heart rate down. The wattage is higher than it should be, but it's so close to the top. I remember one of the first group rides I went on, I was in really good shape. Just focused on cadence. And I was in the front, I'm going up the hill, and I didn't know I was leaving everybody behind. Well, I was leaving everybody behind, not because they weren't stronger. It's because the stronger riders were staying with the not as strong riders. So probably one of the strongest riders taught me, dude, you need to slow down up those hills. You're losing everybody. I'm like, oh, sorry, I wasn't looking behind me. So it's one of those things you need to learn who you're riding with, their skill level and whatnot, to make sure that you don't leave someone behind. I am not hey, I want to race. Mine is a race against myself and staying consistent. So, that is where I'm at. Not where I was at a few years ago, but further than I was a few months ago. I just need to start these rides way earlier in the morning. That way I'm not riding until almost 1 o'clock. Right on. Be weird. Near us. Do not see a be weird. That's too bad. He deserves a ride on just for the name alone. We'll catch him after. We'll catch him after. Less than 5 miles. Oh, less than 4 miles. 3.8. 3.8. This is our slight 1% incline. We are getting there. Oh, I was thinking we're somewhere else. I will say, that coming up doesn't look much fun. My legs are, I think it might be in my head, right? Oh, you're getting so close. Your legs are going, you're so done. This might be our cool down just for the end of it. Need some electrolytes. All right. This looks like our 1% incline. We might have to go a little bit further. I only say that because we might get a decline. We don't want to waste a climb on and waste the climb, which is followed by a decline, right? All right. Here we go. Oh, someone got 125 miles. Or maybe it's 12.5. But there we go. 3 miles to go. We had 125 miles. Can't wait till I get there. So now when we were preparing for 140, we never went 140. Did we do 120 or did we just do the 100? I think we did 120 was the most. Because after that honestly it's feeding your body during your ride, making sure that you put enough calories in, that you don't bulk. Bulking is not fun. I've been there. Had one ride. We're getting close to being done, but I was well done. And one of the people I was riding with, she's like, "My house is right here. Why don't I take you to the end, and my husband will meet me there and I can drive him home instead of us riding home." So, very thankful that day. Sometimes you need to know when to call it quits. But right now, it's not time to call it quits. We have 2.5 miles to go. Get some ice on my legs. Tell them to cool down. Oh, I don't know. Mr. Ghost is kind of calling me out. No. I got too much to do today. Gonna have to let him pass me by. Just take it easy. Make sure the wife is happy. Yeah, my legs are almost feeling like they're not the Charlie horse, which I'd rather not do. I'm actually gonna go into my easy gear and call these 2.2 cool down. See if we can get heart rate down. Had granola. I think half the granola is on the floor. One of those hard granola bars. Ten. We don't like 10. 11. 11 is not my favorite number. That's not going to help me get my heart rate down. Five miles an hour, that's not going to help me finish. All right. 6%. Let's see. She deserves a thumbs up. Right on. That's how I feel right now. Not really, but I will say these last 2 miles, I'm not sad that it's just 2. Oh, leggies. No more hills. I wanted to be a fast finish. At this point, my fast finish does not look like it's coming. Not at 5 to 8 miles an hour. All right, stretch legs. Let's make this last push. All right. There we go. No personal best today. Oh. That's where I stopped before. I'll get better than my last one. What was it, 12 minutes and something? Oh. Maybe. All right. I like those 20 miles an hour. Oh, is this our decline? I think this will take us. Oh, no. It's like, oh yeah, this should be the end. We're inclines. That's less than a mile and a half. Less than a mile and a half. What did we learn today? Battery may not be dead, may just need to be reconnected. And check the controller. All right, we're flat. We are flat. Oh, goodness. 18 miles. Oh. 18 miles. 18 miles per hour is what I was saying. One point 1.1. my gears can be a little bit tricky. When he did the tune-up, he said, "You're missing a spacer." It's like, oh, well, that's not ideal. Less than a mile. Less than a mile. 0.9. Let's get up this hill. Pretty sure it's a descent, which will take us to our final. Oh, well, that was faster than when I stopped for 5 minutes. All right, here's our descent. Let's get this 0.7 done. See if we can draft off of McKinsey here. Not too fast. Not going to draft if I'm going faster. I will tell you, harder to draft in Zwift than it is in real life. It is what it is. 0.3. Yeah, or 40 plus mile an hour. That does help. That does help. 0.1. So we're probably already done since it's 60. Wait, no, it's 62. Hey, that says we are done. Metric century. Oh yeah, it's 62. Alright. I'm not going to slow down on my bike. I'm going to go take a stroll around. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I really appreciate the support. It's I do it, you know, for those who can't. And it really is about making sure that we can do our best to help those around us. So, if you feel like you can share, go ahead and click the doobly-doo. Click on that Huntsman link that will talk about why I'm doing this. I don't call out names on it, but know that there's a lot of people in everybody's lives that are going through this awful disease of cancer, and research and whatnot can help those people, and give more time to kids with their father and mother, and parents with their kids. Such an awful disease. So, peace out. We'll plan on Tuesday. I'm gonna schedule something, and we'll get the rides going. Love you guys, and